Welcome back, folks. First things first, do not laugh at this shirt. I love it. I don't know about you guys, but once in a while you come across a great shirt you wear for everything, and this is mine. Second thing, I want to show you a little tip that I have about putting up that lap siding on the tiny house, and it all comes down to angles. So bear with me. I'm going to show you, get up on the ladder, show you how you do that, and hopefully that makes your life a bit easier. All right, well, let's go on up the ladder here, and I want to show you something because this is an absolute headache if you don't know what you're doing. And what that is once you get up to what we call the gable end, so you get up to an area where the roof line intersects the walls, you end up having to make these angled cuts. So see them here, all these angled pieces? Well, they're a bit of a headache because you don't just have to run a tape from one side of the building to the other. Well, now you sort of got to fandangle it here and figure out what the angle is and what the length is and everything else. So, to make life easier, I mentioned in my last video when I was putting up this siding that you need a jig. And what this is a 5-inch piece of wood with a lip. And all this does is sits there so you know where the next piece is going to rest. You need this when you're figuring out the length of these smaller pieces too. And here's what you do. Set your pencil up there because you don't have your pouch on, but what you do is you take this, set her just like that. Let's assume these pieces weren't here and you were trying to cut this piece. By sitting this right here and positioning the top edge of your jig right against the roof line, so right against your perimeter piece, by setting it there, all you do is hook your tape on it like so, drag it over to the edge, don't let it fall off, and if you read that, I say 21 and a half, okay? And that gives you your length from there to there. So from the long angle, the long side of that angle, to the plumb cut or the straight cut, 21 and a half. One thing to keep in mind, leave yourself about 1/8 of an inch gap for expansion and contraction movement. So I would cut that 21 3/8. So when you go over to the, nope, almost forgot the pencil. When you go over to the miter saw where Coda is guarding, you just pretend like you got yourself a fresh piece of wood. You make your mark, usually on a plumb end like this. That's better. So you make your plumb cut first, 21 3/8. So you measure from there, 21 3/8. And remember, it's to the long side of the angle. So there, and your angle now goes like that. How do you know that angle? Well, it's all dependent on the pitch of that roof. I built this place and I know that's a 12-12 pitch. One good thing about a 12-12 pitch is it's a perfect 45-degree angle. Well guys, I'm Sandy and that's Coda back there, and we're out at the tiny house, and I hope that tip really helped you. If you have any questions at all, put it down below and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Now, do me that one big favor. If you like this content, you know what to do, and if you didn't, well, come on back next time. We're bound to do something different. Anyways, you guys all take care, and we'll see you all next time.